as you've considered education as a pathway, is there anything you want to share with another young person, with a parent, anyone in between, of just some insights that you want to share? We'll start with you, Alyssa.
Don't slack off your senior year. Definitely
Okay.
not. Fill out as many scholarships as possible.
Okay.
And as much as senior year seems like fun, just get your work done and fill out scholarships, help out your parents so they don't have to pay the whole ride.
And Chris, please.
Work hard no matter what grade you're in, and find a school where you're really going to fit in, because you want to find, for me it was all about finding a place where you're a person and not a number, and you really just want to be able to call that place home for the 4 years or however many years you're going to spend there.
I'd like to welcome to the studio our two guests. We have Joanne Hawes, who's the Assistant Dean of the Access Program, as well as Kathy Betts, a senior who is going to graduate this year, Access student at DeSales University. So thank you so much for being here, ladies.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Education is an empowering event, a life-changing event, and I would encourage adults to consider.
I believe it truly changes people's lives. It changed mine. And a lot of people ask me, well, what did you learn? And I say I didn't learn one specific thing. I learned so many. It really changed me.
Wonderful. That's terrific. Our next guests in the studio are Craig Pizzo, a licensed psychologist and consultant with over 30 years professional experience, as well as Derek Witzel, who has been an employee of DeSales University for the last 8 years and the Director of Admissions there for the last 2. So welcome, Derek and Craig.
How you doing?
One of the things that I believe very firmly is in fellowship, and that you get around other people who can afford to tell you what the real deal is. But what is the advice that you give people to help them reach that balance?
The two things that we tend to do in programs like college success and transition programming is to create a learning community, a small cohort, if you will, where they get feedback from their peers. And it's either to tell them the real deal about, hey, you're not all that, or hey, you're more than that. Either way, it's helpful feedback to understand the reality of what they can do and not do. The other thing that we bring in is more mentoring or coaching, and so that people get the benefit of more of a one-to-one relationship to discover more about themselves, to try things out, and do it in an environment where it's safe enough to hear sometimes the brutal truth about themselves.
In my